Good morning north of 44 degrees. It is crane day plus 66. Very happy to report that everything is done. All the paperwork's done, all the reporting is done, survey's done, all the finance is done. We are very, very close to wrapping this whole project up, at least from the build standpoint. The builder is on his way over. I should be here shortly. And we are going to walk through the house and check everything off and put this puppy to bed. So far today, we've had quite a bit of rain. Probably well over an inch in the past 4 to 6 hours. It's just absolutely been swamping. You'll see some puddles coming up here. So we're going to do a walkthrough. We'll check everything off, and then we will sign all the final documents, and that should be that. Now there's a whole laundry list of other things that I want to do to this place, so we'll go through those later. We will be sitting down with the builder for a little bit and talk about modular home builds and get his advice on what you should look for and what you should expect if you decided to do a modular build. So looking forward to that. Our guest will be Steve Jackson, Fremont Homes. Check. Guys, I just got done recording the interview with Steve Jackson from Fremont Homes, and I was checking my cameras and realized that the camera that was pointing at me did not record. The camera that was at Steve and the audio came in great. So rather than jack around with this thing and try to make it look pretty, I'm just gonna go with it. The conversation is amazing. Steve and his crew are great, so we're gonna go with it. Enjoy the interview. It's a really good one. Welcome, north of 44 degrees. I am here with Steve Jackson, Fremont Homes.
Joe,
welcome to the show.
thank you.
How many times have you done videos with customers?
This is number one, first time. I've been doing this job for 30 years now.
Okay.
This is my first video.
Have you always built modular, or
Yeah.
have you built others?
We always built modular. Our genesis, we've been in business since 1970. So I came in 1994, working for my father-in-law who owned a business. And my job, I was a set crew person. I was the guy on the roof. I was the guy underneath the house. So for 4 years, I put homes together. Then he gradually brought me into the office to learn how to sell them. And then I got my builder's license to be able to be the GC for the projects.
Cool.
So yeah.
So all right. So as we look at modular houses, what are from your perspective, what are some of the misconceptions that you've run into with modular versus say stick built or mobile?
The biggest misconception that we deal with virtually every day is when people hear the word modular, they think manufactured.
Okay.
And a manufactured home is a different type of house. It's built under a very lenient building code called the HUD code, it's the type of house that has kind of parts and pieces to it that we don't recognize, we can't buy locally. And so we have to deal with that misconception by saying, no, this is your site-built status modular. According to state law, when I'm done with this baby, it's certified as a site-built house. You never call it a modular again.
Right.
That's the law. How you sell it, how you insure it, how we build onto it. It's a ranch house.
Yeah. And I even noticed with some of the materials that we're dealing with, half-inch packs. Standard stuff, half-inch sheetrock.
Yeah.
All your light fixtures, all your plumbing fixtures are all stuff that I can find down at the big box store.
Oh yeah, everything is Michigan code. So right at the factory where this house is built, the state of Michigan has reps certifying that every level is built just like you're building on site. Framing, windows, insulating, wiring, all of that is Michigan code. And it's certified there before it comes to us. And then, as you see, I do what's necessary here to get it certified as a site-built house for all the site work end of things.
Perfect.
So yeah, this is building a house.
Okay.
Another misconception is people are, again, with manufactured homes, they're thinking this project couldn't possibly take more than what, a week?
Right.
You know, because a manufactured home, that's how it used to be back
Right.
with the old double wides. Put them together, hook them up. No. As if you've been watching the videos, you see this is a lot longer process. There's a lot more to it. Electricians, plumber, HVAC.
So how long did it take them to build it in the factory?
They'll do it in 10 days.
So in the factory, it's 10 days.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But they're building over and over again, and they've got all the materials on hand. They've got all the trades on hand.
It's 10 days, but it's going down a factory line.
Okay.
Like a car.
I got to get in this place.
First, just a floor is coming.
I got to get in this place.
And then someone else's floor is behind you.
Right.
Then walls. Then the next one behind you, someone else's walls. So there's many homes inside the factory. It's not just
Right.
Not just your house went through, or a couple.
So I've gotten a lot of comments, especially from the guys that worked on the place, that they're shocked at how big this floor plan is.
Okay, yeah.
So of the floor plans that you do, are you doing mostly 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 2 bedroom, 1 bath? I mean, this is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 2,500-ish square feet.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of room here.
It cycles. You know, you're really asking about building trends.
Right.
So when times are good, everyone wants big. So the main seller for us is an 1,800 square foot home, 3 bedroom, 2 bath. Now, recently with interest rates high, now there's starting to be a demand for small homes. So we're bringing in smaller homes to have them on display, which would have been foolish just 3.5, 4 years ago. Having a small home made no sense at all. Right. No one wanted to even look at them. Now they're all coming in asking about 2 bedroom homes.
Okay. So how many homes do you have on your lot down there in Fremont?
6.
6. Okay.
Yep.
Because I think we only walked through 3 or so.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, we got this.
Yeah. Yeah, we got 6 homes for people to tour of different sizes. Each one is optioned out and colored differently. So we're trying to show a little bit of everything. Right. Knowing that, hey, I can order a house, but I can get the option I saw in that one, and the colors I saw in that one applied to this one I chose.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay. And that's what we saw, because with the farmhouse sink. Yeah. My wife saw it in another video, and she's like, okay, we need one of those.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Have to have.
So are there situations where modular is not the right choice, where one of the other manufacturing methods may be a better choice? Or can modular work in any situation?
We need space. So if in the video, I'm thinking maybe you had saw the amount of space the crane takes, the amount of space that 2 halves of a house take, in addition to the foundation that's waiting. So I need space. So I can't be on the edge of a cliff and do that. Okay. I can't be in woods and then the homeowner tell me I'm not allowed to cut the trees to do that.
Right. I mean, we moved,
which has happened.
8 trees got knocked down to widen the driveway out.
Yeah, years. No, it's been years, but I've gone to a beautifully wooded site, and the missus will say, "You're not cutting these trees." I'll say, We're not doing a house. We're not doing a house. You need a site builder. Right. And we're quick to let you know if you need a site builder because of space. There's certain places we can't access. So particularly even the area you live here, there's state roads, which are really 2 tracks with woods on both sides. And someone else owns those woods up to your lot. Right. If I say I need 20 foot just to go straight, if it ain't there, someone has to make friends with the guy so I can cut all those trees. If that can't be done, we can't do it.
Right.
Like, that's the answer. We can't do it.
Yeah, 'cause I stopped by the one site, I think the house after ours, and they looked like they were having a lot of fun, turning the house into the driveway. And apparently the driveway had some turns and curves to it.
Yeah.
I know they ended up going and getting the bigger bulldozer.
Okay. Yep.
So, and I do remember when you were here, you and Eric, I think was the dirt guy.
Yep.
Kind of chuckling about, oh no, this will be a piece of cake.
Right.
Yeah, and it didn't mean anything to me at the time. Now when I went and visited the other side, that doesn't look like a piece of cake.
See some of the things we deal with. A lot of it has to do with land that's available for new people to buy. So if you think about what's going on, everyone knows there's a housing crunch, right? There's no homes to buy. Well, guess what else you can't find? Land,
right.
Right? And so the land that's left to buy is land that builders like me have passed over for decades. So now we're going into swamps. We're going on to, it's just bad things for I need space.
Right.
If there's, but ultimately we come out and look at it with the homeowner and we're very honest. Can we do it or not?
Okay.
We're not salespeople.
No,
so
I can assure you.
It's myself, my partner, and we look at it as a general contractor. We don't look at it like, let's just get one more house.
Right.
We don't care. It's not worth the problems if it goes wrong. So we come out and give the guy an honest assessment. Can we get in here?
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else I need to know? What else would you like to tell people about modular homes that I may have glossed over?
I think most people don't know that how well these are built. If you looked at how a modular home is framed and insulated versus a site-built house, the amount of wood the modular home company uses in their framing would be considered obscene in the site building industry.
Okay.
The amount of bracing, they have steel bracing on their studs, bracing them to the floor. No site builder's gonna do that.
Right. Well,
they have
gotta drive across town with it.
Had to make a 300-mile trip here. OSB sheathing everywhere.
Right.
They insulate with an R21 insulation in the walls. Well, if you and me were building a house, we can get R19 at the lumber yard. 6-inch wall, they're gonna hand us R19.
Yeah.
The modular home companies know that. They buy this R21 by the train, knowing they can just pound the local builder on energy efficiency with that alone. Yeah. They have the standard R50 in the ceiling, and any builder can do that.
Right.
After they do that, they got who I like to call foam guy. If you ever go down to the factory and look, you'll see this guy goes around with this foam gun, and everything gets foamed. Every door, every window, every light switch, every outlet. If the electrician came and drilled a dime-sized hole to run a 12-gauge wire through, foam guy goes by and foams that hole that he drilled.
Okay.
Like, you can't match that kind of energy efficiency. No sane home builder is going to do any of those things.
Right.
But there's a trade-off. I mean, they're framed like a fort, insulated. They beat any builder on. The trade-off is they don't have a carpenter putting in their trim. They got a factory worker. Right. So that's where if a guy is like looking to pick things apart, that's where he's going to zero in on. He's going to zero in on the things that a local tradesman can do, a tile guy, a carpenter, versus what a factory.
Got it. Okay.
That's the trade.
So but that comes at a cost, right?
And I always use the $100,000 rule. The truth is, so my most popular house, that 1,800 square footer, when I do that house on a basement with the garage, porch, deck, I'm usually in that 340 range.
Okay.
And we'll sell that house all day long. We'll sell that project for years. I know confidently, and we know the builders, they're our friends, we talk.
Yep.
They're $450 all day long in that exact same project. I know I'm $100,000 less. The trade-off is,
those fine details.
the cosmetics.
Right. Okay.
That's the trade-off.
Cool.
That's the $100,000 savings is the cosmetics. Most people go through my lot, they tour the homes, they love what they see. They're not picking it apart looking for cosmetics.
I was.
We're going to edit that out.
but I was, because my theory was, if you're going to take that much detail on the demo, then you'll take that much detail on mine.
Yeah.
Because we visited 3 lots that day.
Okay.
And I can tell you, not everybody has that attention to detail. We went into one, and there's cracks in all the corners. Mm-hmm. And I'm going, what are you people doing? Yeah. Right? How are you gonna sell that you're gonna take care of this house to the nth degree, right, when you're not even gonna put your guy in your own demo to take care of those details?
Right.
And quite frankly, that's how you won the job.
Yeah. Now you're getting into my competitors, and some of my competitors are just like us. They approach this as, we are a home builder that uses the modular home.
Right.
The other half of my competitors approach it as, we'll do manufactured homes or modular homes. I do them both.
Okay.
They're not looking at like, hey, no, I'm a builder. They're looking at like, I want to move units. I don't care which one you want. I'm convinced one is better than the other.
Right.
And I went that way and said, no, let's approach this as a builder. And so that we took all that sloppiness away.
So in the video that I just shot last weekend, I go through that whole how we picked Fremont, how we looked at all the what builders were available in our area, what floor plans were available, the whole thing,
right?
And how we kind of weeded people out to get down to the the lucky guy.
Huh. Well, I am lucky. I'm glad I met you.
Yeah,
you're the type of guy I want to work for.
Cool.
Real, frankly, like you get it, and that'd be a good message for the audience. Like, you have reasonable expectations.
I have a brand new screwdriver that I use from time to time, so I understand.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and I've remodeled some of my previous homes, so I've seen what other people have done, and it's quite frankly terrifying.
Yep.
So, well, cool. Good. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tell the folks how they can get in touch with you.
Well, we're Fremont Homes. Obviously, we're in Fremont, Michigan. Our phone number is 231-924-5220. Or you could go on our website. That's the easiest, so you don't just look us up. Google Fremont Homes, we come up.
I'll put all the contact information in the notes.
We service all the areas that connect to Newaygo County. So all the counties that connect to Newaygo, we do, which we also list on our website for people.
Perfect.
We have photos of sample. I think I put this house on there already.
I have been informed that it's up.
Okay, good. So it's just, we're easy to find. Just Google us. We come up right away. So,
Steve, I appreciate it.
All right, Joe. It's a pleasure working for you.
Yeah, it's been great.
Good. So, thank you.
This wraps it up. He's turned over the keys. The house is ours. Thanks, everybody.
So long.
I hope you enjoyed that interview with Steve and got a lot from it. As I head back over to the pole barn, I do want to thank Steve and Mo and DJ from Fremont, as well as Eric from Rick's Trucking and Excavation. He did all the dirt work. Rogers and Johnson Concrete, Tailored Home Services, they did all the electrical work, and Austin and the guys over at Efficient Heating and Cooling and Plumbing. All those guys did just a phenomenal job. Can't thank you guys enough. We love the place. Now it's my turn to start making that house ours. But for now, I'm gonna grab a beer, watch the sunset. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week.